Well, it's another beautiful fall day out in the garden, and the wife and I are going about pulling a harvest from the backyard food forest. Here we've got a vegetable known as the calabash gourd. Alice will tell us a little bit more about that.
We call it opo, but in English, gourd. This is a perfect size, especially if you have 4 kids. Hear it? So this one is ready. This one it's old, and I will get the seeds over here for next year. So hear that? And then this one. See? Hard. Oh, young. Different noise, right? Don't you notice the flowers of opo is really nice?
The calabash gourd comes in many different shapes and sizes, but regardless of the variety, the growth habit is the same. This is a vining crop that prefers to grow over a large trellised area.
And it's a lot over here, honey.
Here we've got a couple calabash gourds that have vined their way up through some goji berry shrubs. The calabash gourd will turn into a hardened vessel, used throughout history as a way to transport water. There are many different creative uses that I'm sure you could find for the calabash gourd. Along with the gourd, we also pulled some eggplant today. The eggplants have produced abundantly for us this year, and what would a food forest garden be without ground cherries growing throughout the landscape? I initially seeded this crop, and now it continually volunteers throughout the garden, and we just love it. It's a very easy plant to manage if need be, but it produces a delicious, delectable fruit. Every year we grow an abundance of peppers. We love using fresh peppers in our dishes and juices.
It's kind of tomato, but you could tell in the leaves.
This one's hot.
It's hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot eat hot.
Well, with the seeds. But they're also a very easy crop to preserve with a simple food dehydrator.
Look. Very nice, right?
And just a quick reminder, use that airspace in the garden. You can grow up and utilize the space that goes up towards the sky. So yeah, get creative and build structures that fit into your lifestyle and will help make life better and even more enjoyable on the day-to-day. Heading out into the main section of the food forest, you can see we've got a sweet potato patch back here. We harvest the greens throughout the season and use those in our soups and to saute as a side dish similar to spinach. Any fig fans out there? Well, if you are, and you have yet to try the Violette de Bordeaux fig, you don't know what you're missing. This delectable fruit, although on the smaller side, is absolutely delicious. It's a slower growing fig tree. I highly recommend you look into it. And check out the pineapple guava. I've got more than one of these plants out in the landscape, but this one has taken center stage. It is now a fully mature shrub and producing an abundance of fruit for us this year. I can't wait. These are so delicious. And of course, being here in Northern California, we got to grow our citrus. Citrus is such a great fruit crop to enjoy throughout the year. Here we've got a Washington navel orange. Over here we've got the ashwagandha plant. Ashwagandha has many uses and has gained quite a bit of popularity as of late due to the health benefits which are derived from the root of the crop. But it produces these beautiful red berries that are packed with seeds so you can grow more plants. Now the berries contain something called rennet, which is used in the cheese-making industry. The fish are quite happy in the fish pond. And if you look closely here, you'll see we've got a couple visitors. It looks like they're in a bit of a battle here. It's the small things you see that often don't get captured on film. Here we've got the jujube tree, also known as the Chinese date. And we've got a couple fully mature specimens now in the backyard food forest producing heavily for us. This is a delectable fruit as well. It's got a similar crunch and texture to that of an apple, but overall it's less dense. It's a lighter fruit, less water, but more flavor, more sweetness. And depending on the variety, the flavor profile can change quite a bit. But I look forward every year to harvesting the jujubes and eating them fresh right off the tree in the garden. I highly recommend it. Well, it's been a wonderful day out in the garden, and now we're going to take some of that harvest, and the wife is going to prepare a dish utilizing the calabash gourd that we harvested from the garden, known in Tagalog as opo, a very popular vegetable in Asian cuisine. She just chops it into quarters and then further processes it down into about 1.5 2-inch chunks, making sure to remove the outside peel in the process. And after chopping, Alice says it's important to give the freshly chopped vegetable a quick rinse. Now the other components that are going to go into this dish is 1 pound of ground beef, fully cooked, and a simple saute of onion, garlic, and tomato with salt and pepper to taste. She'll also be adding in 1 beef bouillon cube to this dish for flavoring. But that's it in the way of spices. So you just want to mix that all together.
A little bit salt. And then bouillon. Put right there.
And put the lid on for a few minutes. And you'll start to see some of the moisture seeping out of the vegetable, creating a nice little liquid in the mixture here. At which point, she can now add in 1 pound of fully cooked ground beef. Now you just want to stir these ingredients together and cook with the lid on for just a few more minutes. Get everything married together. You don't want to overcook this dish and have the calabash get too mushy.
It's done.
And this dish is a perfect combination for something like brown rice or quinoa. We're doing brown rice tonight. So this was a delicious dinner, a wonderful way to cap off a great day out in the garden. Thanks for watching. I'll be talking to you again real soon. Bye now.